For Austin Aries, man, what's next for you in general? What are some of the projects and things that you're working on?
Oh man, well, I just I did 3 months in India earlier this year, which was a great
Awesome.
experience. Yeah, it was awesome. As far as wrestling, I just I'm not. It's so hard, man. Like, what's going to happen in the world in the next year or two, right? Like, I think 2024 could bring some things that are going to be a little unpleasant for us. We've had our bit of a reprieve in our break from 2020 shenanigans, and now I think they're ready to ramp up phase two of their plan, right? And so,
Talk about it.
so I think there's that. As far as just wrestling shows, let's see. January, I will be going back to Vancouver, up there for a show. I'm heading back to Utah in February, and I guess I could break the news here a little bit, but I'll be actually putting on my first wrestling show February 3rd in Florida. I will be co-promoting with someone else. It's called Pro Wrestling Resurrected, and I'm excited to kind of step on the other side of the curtain and try my hand. I've obviously had a lot of opinions over my years on the right way to do things, and so now here's my opportunity to try to do that. And I'm just going to focus on putting on a good, solid night of pro wrestling entertainment. I'm not worried about, at least initially, I'm not worried about streaming. I'm not worried about the internet fan base. I'm worried about putting on a great show for Crestview, Florida, and that market, and we'll go from there. And so that'll be February 3rd. So we'll be gearing up for that. And then I think we're going to be run shows like about every 6 weeks. I'd like to do, we have the first 3 locked in so we can do some storyline stuff and just kind of dip my toe in that, as I'm getting a little up there in age. I got to be a little mindful of the wear and tear on my body. So starting to do some things behind the scenes interests me. It was a good opportunity. And so, getting excited for that, and then who knows, man? Who knows? I'm always looking for good opportunities. I'm really trying to find good indie promotions around the country, a good like half dozen that I can kind of be on a loop. I don't like doing one-offs. The money grabs. You go in, you make a bunch of money, and you don't come back for 3-4 years. It's fine, but I want to do something where I can actually work programs with some guys, help elevate guys, help teach some of the younger men and women in the locker room. And then actually like pass the torch to whoever their guy is as I'm on my way out the door. I think there's just more value in using me that way, and so that interests me. So I found a couple of good spots. I've been doing some stuff in Panama Beach with XIW. I got this stuff out in Utah, and just looking for some good promotions to kind of call home. And then, always keep my ears open to any bigger opportunities as far as, national promotions, television, companies, things like that. And if the fit's right, then, who knows? Who knows what could happen?
So are you saying that we might possibly, if there's a call, see you in a bigger promotion such as AEW or WWE? If the phone rings, will you pick up?
Always pick up the phone if it rings. Yeah. You always have the conversation. The fit would have to be right. I'll be honest. I haven't been super motivated to get back to that schedule. I've been enjoying my life, man. And I think one thing is, sometimes we get so caught up on the destination that we're trying to reach. The place we're trying to get to is we don't enjoy the journey of how we're getting there. And so, the last couple of years, after the COVID debacle, I'll call it, and seeing how quickly things can change and seeing how quickly they can put their thumb on you and say, no, you don't travel. No, you don't do this. No, you don't open your business. No, you don't go outside, right? I had a shift in my mentality. What am I focused on? See, there's no guarantee I'm going to reach retirement age, right? There's no guarantee any of us reach retirement age. So I've been trying to find that balance of, I want to enjoy today, man. I want to, like, when I wake up in the morning, my job first and foremost, enjoy today, because it could be the last day. It really could be. And so that's the last couple of years how I've been living my life. I've been doing a lot of traveling, spent a year in Mexico. I spent time in Spain. I was in Saudi Arabia for a little bit. I actually did some wrestling there. I spent 3 months in India. I've been trying to just enjoy my life. I got a Sprinter van now, got Dan in the van traveling around the country. I got it set up so I can camp in there if I want to. So yeah, man, let's bring the show on the road. I'm developing some business ideas for next year. It's a concept I've had for a while. It's called Hungry to Change. I'm going to put a program together to help teach people how to become better consumers when it comes to their food, how to buy higher quality food for less money, right? And it's something that I can actually bring to people's homes. So in other words, you can hire Austin Aries. Well, not Austin Aries, because you don't want that guy coming in your home. You'll be able to hire Daniel to come to your home, to give you a consultation, to understand, you want to change your diet, you want to get healthier. Okay, good. I'll walk you through the steps of how we do it. And I'm going to show you how you can save money while you do it. It's about being a savvy shopper. It's about understanding how the system is set up for you to fail, and then how you can circumvent that. Guys, as the consumer, we hold the power, okay? The most powerful vote that we make is not at any ballot box for any presidential candidate. It's the vote you make with your dollar bill. Every time you pull your dollar bill out and you pay for something you voted, yes, that's good. So we got to learn how to stop voting for the shit that's making us sick, that's making us stupid, that's making us brainwashed. We got to shut that shit out, and we need to take the power back as consumers, become smart, savvy consumers, because you are what you consume. And consumption to me is broken down in 3 areas. First, consumption is the things we put in our body, the things we eat, the things we put on our skin, under our arms, we brush our teeth with, we wash our hair. These things matter. They're toxic. They're full of chemicals. They're giving people cancer, ADD, ADHD, all these things. Look into it. So that's important to become a high-level elite consumer when it comes to that. The second thing we consume is who and what we listen to. Who do you trust? Who do you believe? Right? That consumption matters. What kind of music you listen to, what kind of entertainment you watch, who you listen to, who you believe, who you trust. And then the third part of consumption is just stuff, the stuff we buy, right? Products, So when we learn to level up and become elite level consumers, we can hack the system. Instead of being taken advantage of, we're going to take advantage of the system to make us healthier, to make us happier, to put more money in our pocket. I've been spending my last 2 decades really, really diving into this. It fires me up. And I want to now bring this information to everybody else so they can do the same things. And so that really is, if you can tell, I love wrestling. Wrestling's been very good to me. But this shit I'm passionate about because I've seen the change. Man, I've had a fan come up to me. He told me, I went vegan because of you. You're my favorite wrestler. I lost 200 pounds by changing his diet and lifestyle. And I realized the impact I can have. And I say this, man, and this is what I want to do with my wrestling promotion too, right? So you got to think about what we do as entertainers. People come in, they pay us money to forget about their problems for 3 hours, right? That's what we want. We want to be distracted. We want to forget about the job or the wife or the whatever, the health problem. So for 3 hours, I give you my money so I can disconnect and forget about all the problems in my life. And when I leave, I have all the same fucking problems I had when I walked in. And when I was there, I ate pizza, I was drinking soda, I had fucking candy. I exasperated the problems that I walked in with. And the promoter's like, great, because now next month you're going to come to forget about your problems again. Well, fuck that, man. I don't want to help people forget about problems. I want to help people solve problems. That's what I want to do. I want to give people tools and information so that when they leave my show, that they're better off on Monday morning. They got a new tool in their pocket. Oh, I learned some breath. I learned this concept of breath work and how my breath can regulate my emotions. And I don't need it. I can get off those depression pills or the anxiety pills because I learned that my breathing can do that for me. Right? Oh, yeah. Austin Aries was talking about meditation. He actually had everybody meditate at his fucking wrestling show for 5 minutes. And now I use that. Now I got my temper starting to get under control. Right? Oh, when I went to the Austin Aries show, we was eating this organic, all healthy food. And now I got 3 or 4 new food ideas I didn't know existed. See, it's great to help people forget about problems. But this platform as entertainers, man, can be so much more powerful if we give people and want to actually help them solve problems. I want to help people get better. So that's really where I'm at, man. And that's what I want to be doing. And that's what I plan on doing next year and moving forward.
Oh man, I'm happy that you said that, because that's the whole platform of this show, right? We talk about real life and the character of people and how to better yourself, and we give motivation, but we do it under the guise of wrestling, and wrestling entertainment. And I was telling Stephen Meeks, that we kind of we kind of disguise our show as a way of being able to give information in a sensitive way. So stuff like this we love, because it's teaching people how to live a better life, and it's not just about wrestling. It's about bettering yourself as a person, and being wise about what you spend time on and what you spend time doing.
Yes,
Listen, we have this thing on the show that we do each and every week.
okay.
It's a way for us to give motivation. It's a way for us to give a word for somebody, for people to be able to get through their life. And you've dropped a lot of jewels and gems throughout this whole entire podcast, man. So it's kind of hard for you. It's hard for me to say, hey, go ahead, pick this one thing and make this your word, or your final word, or word of motivation. But if you can give the people, for everything that you said tonight, if you can give people a word of motivation, a word to get through a hard time in their life, what is your final word?
You're more powerful than you know. Believe and trust in yourself. Stop being fooled into thinking that you need to outsource everything in your life to people who don't care about you. You're enough. It's this theme I keep asking people. When do we start listening to strangers? Why we listen to strangers? And what do you mean by strangers? Politicians are strangers. Celebrities are strangers. The World Health Organization is a bunch of strangers. The CDC is strangers. The FDA is strangers. Fox News is strangers. CNN is strange. Those are all strangers. Dr. Fauci is a stranger. Why am I listening to strangers? No questions asked. Guys, I think the biggest conspiracy theory that people hold is that the people they listen to care about them and would never lie to them. Now that's a conspiracy theory. That's some bullshit, right? Stop listening to strangers and start listening to yourself. Stop looking for the answers externally and start finding them inside here and inside here.
Oh man, love that. That is a final word from the one and only Austin Aries.